173 pounds. And Marvin, we're waiting for you, Joseph.
Before there was proof, there was just this. Eyes closed, imagining a moment that hadn't happened yet. Over and over. Because I didn't want that moment to feel strange to me. Maybe belief isn't pretending something is true. Maybe it's just being dumb enough to believe something is possible before the rest of the world does.
Do you believe in yourself? Like, do you really believe in yourself? When was the last time you put yourself in a position where you actually had to prove that to yourself? Today I'm gonna talk about building self-belief. And I think it starts first with a decision. And I mean like a real decision, like a decision that leads to actions, not a decision that leads to another plan. I think we start getting too much satisfaction out of making a really good plan and not actually really doing anything about it. I'm talking about decisions that leads to actions. For example, like I decided to compete, and the same minute I decided to compete, I went and I registered for the competition. There was no gap in between me making that decision and the actions that led towards that. I think you got to decide to like be a dumbass, man. Like the only reason I'm in the situations that I'm in right now is because I've been a dumbass, and I've been a dumbass for a long time, man. And the only way for me to like get out of this situation is to figure out all the shit I don't know. I got to figure out like who's the version of me that does the things that I'm trying to do. Like it's a knowledge gap. And I think the minute that you can acknowledge that you just been retarded, like you can start figuring those things out. So yeah, you gotta decide, man. Make a real decision. Another way I build belief in myself is through visualization. That's been like a big tool with everything I've done. Even like getting my first record deal, I've spent time like visualizing that moment and visualizing myself around people I looked up to and just seeing who the version of me that accomplished that, what he looked like, how he moved, like the decisions that he made, the way he talked, the way he interacted with people. I think as we get older, we, you know, for whatever reason, we stop believing in ourselves. And I think that's because we don't spend enough time like actually getting closer to the version of ourselves with the things that we want. Like, and I think the more you do that and the more time you spend doing it, you kind of start building a relationship with your potential. Even like when I was preparing for my first ultra marathon, on a lot of my runs, like as I was going through the training, I would like catch myself visualizing, okay, when I'm actually in the race, like, and it gets hard, like, how would the version of me that actually accomplishes this and finishes this race, like, what would he do? How would he talk to himself? You know, like just getting familiar with those moments. So I think you should really like spend a lot of time visualizing the person that you want to be, the person that does the things that you are trying to do or deserves to have what you're trying to, go after. Another thing that I do is like I have small rituals that allow me to recommit to the process of not only figuring out what it is that I have to do, but also like committing to being a person again that deserves those things. For me, it was the night before the competition. I changed my bio to 2026 Lee Haney deadlifting champion, and it wasn't because like I was trying to magically make it happen, but it just allowed me to. It was another way for me to commit to the process of doing exactly what I needed to do to make it true, because I didn't want somebody to come across it and see it and then they like, okay, like what, like that's just in your bio. Like it made me really take it seriously and put myself in the mind frame of doing exactly what I needed to do so that I wasn't a liar. So if you can do little things like that, like no matter what it is, so you got like a job interview or something, go ahead, put it in your bio, man. So once it comes time for you to show up to that interview, you a little bit more, it's a little bit more believable, that you're going to, get it done. So having little things like that. And another thing is borrowing belief. I think that's one of the more powerful tools that you can use. Just looking around and seeing the people around you that you can borrow some belief from. For me, it's seeing my boss who got in a serious accident a while ago and it fucked his hip up. But every day he still get up, going up and down stairs, like moving. You would never, if he didn't, he makes it hard to really like be lazy. And he put the work in, he lost the weight he needed to lose to be able to get his surgery. And now that he got it, he just like even more motivated, and it just reminds me to never count myself out. Or seeing my dad who recently just started a new business. It's a reminder, to like just keep going, keep pushing forward. You're never too old, you know what I'm saying? Or is this young dude that every morning when I come to work, he out there practicing his basketball drills every single morning. Nigga ain't never missed a morning. It really reminds you, that you can create your own motion, man. And most recently, the one that had like the biggest impact on me is seeing my mom after everything she's been through, like the last year. It's been so crazy for her. Battling cancer, beating it. And she's been in a wheelchair for like the past 3 years, but she finally got her knee surgery that we've been waiting on forever, and seeing her take her first steps. And like yesterday, it's the furthest I've seen her walk.
Look at my baby. Better every day. Look at my baby. Too. Yes. Oh my God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you.
But like being able to be there and witness that, it make it real hard to like count yourself out, man. And it's like I said, it's a constant reminder to just keep going, But you got to make sure you like looking around you, and seeing people that believe in themselves, and you can, like I said, you can borrow something, man. Because I think that's like one of the most important things about this life is like we help each other to keep going, and we help each other and remind each other to keep believing, bro. Like, and another aspect of building self-belief is competition, man. And I know everybody like to say the only competition is you, but that's cool. But real like competition and like competing against other people It's one of the only ways to bring out your full potential. Nobody's like setting new records by themselves. Like, the only reason there is a record is because somebody else did it first. Somebody else did it better. And you always have something to strive for. During the competition, I had already had in my mind a weight I was going to lift. But once I got there and it's dudes that came to win, just like I came, you know what I'm saying? I came to win too. It requires you to push yourself to limits that you hadn't even had in mind before. Like I said, I had a weight in mind, but after they started lifting, I already saw like it was gonna take a lot more than that to get this shit done. And I had already committed to doing whatever I had to do to make the shit happen. So it just pushed me to tap into the potential that I didn't even know was there. So definitely using competition as well. It's a great tool for building self-belief. So yeah, man, hopefully you can take something from this and, you know, start to build back up your personal self-belief. Those are just some of the things that I use to build mine up when it's low, or, you know, just keep the ball rolling, man. I appreciate it, sir. Go see if you can prove it to yourself, man. Appreciate you. Jazz, man.
This shit was never about deadlifting. The real prize wasn't the medal. It was belief. So, do you really believe in yourself? Because if you do, you can't keep it to yourself. Carry it. Live it. Let people see what's possible. The world has enough doubt already. Maybe what someone else needs is to watch you believe first.